Y'all, did Love and Hip Hop just turn into WWE? Or are we being punked in 4K? Because what went down on set didn't just cross the line, it body slammed it, set it on fire, and filmed it in slow-mo. Kirk Frost and young Jockeys, those two have officially lost their damn minds and reportedly got hauled off in cuffs after a fight so violent, even security guards said, "Yeah, we not paid enough for this." But here's the real tea. Was it just a scuffle? Or was this a calculated meltdown years in the making? What started as a simple scene turned into a viral mess the internet cannot stop replaying. Did Kirk throw the first punch? Did Jock plan this whole thing? Or hear me out, was it all staged for ratings until it went left? And now, with a leaked video blowing up the algorithm, anonymous messages hitting phones, and rumors of betrayal, blackmail, and secret files, we have to ask, is this the end of the Frost and Jock era? Or just the beginning of their televised downfall? Grab your snacks, because what you're about to hear makes reality TV look like a church picnic. Let's break this chaos all the way down. It was supposed to be just another routine shoot on the Love and Hip Hop set, the kind of scene the crew had filmed 100 times before lights, cameras, and the usual shade-filled dialogue. But what unfolded that afternoon wasn't reality TV drama. It was chaos, raw and violent, and it ended with Kirk Frost and young Jock being led away in handcuffs while the rest of the cast stood frozen, trying to make sense of what had just happened. The tension had been building for weeks, bubbling beneath the surface with quiet jabs during confessionals and passive-aggressive remarks during group scenes. Insiders whispered about a business deal that had gone sideways, something involving a club promotion Kirk had allegedly cut Jock out of without warning. Jock had been stewing ever since, and everyone on set knew that whatever was brewing between them wasn't going to stay under wraps much longer. That afternoon, the cast was scheduled to film a simple lounge scene, just a conversation about upcoming ventures, a scene to keep the storyline moving. But when Jock showed up late and sat across from Kirk, the energy in the room shifted instantly. There were no greetings, no nods, just silence, so heavy it felt like the cameras might pick it up. Then, Kirk leaned in, muttered something under his breath, and Jock's entire expression changed. The mics didn't catch the words, but the message was clear enough. Jock slammed his palm on the table and said, "Say that again." Everything stopped. Kirk, without hesitation, looked Jock dead in the eye and repeated it louder. "You walking around like you own the game, when your name still belongs to your old label." That was it. Jock stood up. Kirk stood up. And before anyone could blink, fists were flying. Security scrambled to intervene, but they were seconds too late. Crew members ducked out of the way as chairs scraped against the floor and glasses shattered. Cast members screamed. Some tried to pull them apart, but the brawl was full-blown. Kirk lunged at Jock. Jock pushed back harder. And all the while, cameras kept rolling. One crew member, instead of cutting the feed, zoomed in. Whether it was instinct or madness, he captured every brutal second. Within hours, a 6-second clip of the moment Kirk threw the first punch leaked online. Twitter caught fire. Instagram couldn't get enough. TikTok was already remixing the video. And the internet collectively asked, was this real? Was it scripted? Or had Love and Hip Hop finally gone too far? Back on set, police arrived within 20 minutes. Both Kirk and Jock were separated, restrained, and questioned. Rashida, visibly shaken, was seen yelling at producers, demanding answers, and threatening to walk if Kirk wasn't released. This was supposed to be a business scene, not a war zone, she shouted, pacing in front of the trailers. Inside the station, Kirk sat alone in an interrogation room, his knuckles bruised and his jaw clenched. He told the same story over and over again, that he felt provoked, that Jock had been pushing him for weeks, and that he finally snapped. In another room, Jock sat nursing a busted lip and a swollen eye. When asked what happened, he said, "Ask Kirk why he's been ducking me for 3 weeks straight." But just when everyone thought the dust might settle, Kirk's phone buzzed with a blocked message. He opened it, expecting a lawyer update or maybe Rashida. Instead, he saw the words, "You think that was bad? Wait till you see what's coming next." Kirk froze. He didn't recognize the number, but the threat was real. Someone out there had more. Meanwhile, Jock wasn't wasting time. After making bail, he didn't go home. He told his driver, "Take me to the studio." The moment he got in, he hit record and vented. "I ain't start that fight. I didn't even want it, but I'm not gonna let nobody throw dirt on my name and not speak up." The post didn't go live yet, but his intentions were clear. This wasn't over. The next morning, both men were trending. Fans picked sides, dissected the footage, and demanded explanations. Then a second video leaked. This one showed Kirk talking privately to a producer before the fight, unaware that his mic was still hot. In the clip, Kirk says, "I told Mona, I ain't filming with Jock no more. He's reckless, sloppy, and thinks he runs the show." The producer replied, "You sure? That'll piss him off." Kirk responded, "Let him, I got dirt on him, that'll end his whole career." The leak of that uncut clip changed everything. Fans who were still on the fence suddenly leaned in with sharpened interest. This wasn't just a heat of a Mamoon fight, anymore it looked premeditated. Theories exploded online about what dirt Kirk might be hiding, and whether the fight was part of a bigger plan to push Jock out of the spotlight. Meanwhile, deep inside the Love and Hip Hop editing bay, a low-level assistant named Trey was quietly piecing together what the producers hadn't yet secured. He stumbled upon hours of raw footage that had never been reviewed. One file stood out. It showed Kirk and a network executive in a backroom conversation. The audio was scratchy but clear enough to hear Kirk say he wanted Jock cut from the storyline entirely. "He's a liability," Kirk said. "I've already sent Mona the messages. Let him blow up. We'll catch it on camera and turn it into gold." Trey stared at the screen in disbelief, realizing he was looking at a plan in motion. Against every instinct, he uploaded a 30-second snippet to a private video link and shared it anonymously. Within an hour, the video had gone viral. This time, it wasn't a fight, it was a setup. Jock, who had just finished laying down vocals in the studio, was sent the link by a friend. He watched it twice in stunned silence. Then he muttered, "This man really tried to end me." Without wasting time, he got on the phone with his lawyer. "We need to talk to Mona now," he said, "because I'm not going down for something I didn't start." Across town, Mona Scott was already on damage control. The network was panicking, advertisers were pulling out, and her inbox was flooded with threats of lawsuits and demands for answers. She scheduled separate emergency meetings with both Kirk and Jock to assess how much damage had been done. Kirk came in first, wearing dark shades to cover the swelling around his eye. Mona didn't waste time with greetings. "You told a producer you had dirt on Jock. You said you planned to catch it on camera. What the hell were you thinking?" Kirk shrugged, then leaned forward. "He's been trying to get me off the show for months. I just beat him to it." Later that afternoon, Jock entered her office fired up. "You let him ambush me," he said. "You knew what he was planning." Mona denied it. "I didn't know about the footage. I didn't approve any of it. I'm just trying to save what's left of this show." Jock wasn't buying it. "Then let me tell my side," he said. And the very next day, he did just that. Jock posted a video to his verified account, standing in the studio, no flashy background, no edits, just raw. "Y'all think I lost my cool for no reason. Y'all think I swung first. Let me show you the receipts." He paused, then held up his phone, teasing more to come. Since Kirk, wanna talk dirt? Maybe it's time I spill some of my own. Fans went wild. For the first time, public opinion was swinging in Jock's favor. Even cast members who had stayed silent began speaking out. Rashida, still furious about being caught in the middle, confronted Kirk in their home studio. "You almost burned your whole career over some ego-driven nonsense," she snapped. "And now I'm caught in it too." Kirk tried to defend himself. "It wasn't just ego, Jock was coming for me behind the scenes, and you handled it like a child." She shot back, "We're grown, we're married, and this mess isn't just affecting you." But just as things were beginning to look like they might settle, Kirk received another message. This time, it wasn't a text. It was a video file. No sender, no message, just a shaky clip showing Rashida crying in a parking lot, being comforted by a man Kirk didn't recognize. The caption read, "Your queen's been confiding in someone new." Kirk's face turned pale. At the same time, Jock got a package at his studio, no name, just a flash drive and a note. "You're not the only one Kirk betrayed." He plugged it in and what he found left him speechless. Inside were folders labeled scenes, dates, confessions, private calls, and edited out footage that painted Kirk in a manipulative, calculated light. Someone had been collecting dirt on both of them for years. Jock immediately called Carly, needing someone he trusted to talk to. She listened quietly, then said, "You know who would have this kind of access, right?" Jock nodded. "Stevie J." Mona got the same name later that night when she received an anonymous email with a years-old clip of her saying, "Let 'em fight. Drama sells. We'll blur it out and go viral." Her heart sank. The damage was spreading fast. She called Kirk and Jock to meet her at a location they used for shoots, an old club, now shut down. The three of them sat in a back room, tension high. Jock placed the flash drive on the table. It's not just between us anymore. Someone is coming for all of us. Mona plugged it into her laptop, her expression slowly shifting as she scrolled through the files. This could destroy the entire franchise, she whispered. Before they could say anything else, Kirk's phone buzzed again. A photo. Surveillance footage from just moments earlier. It showed Kirk standing alone in that same room, but behind him, barely visible, was a shadowed figure. "We're being watched," he said quietly. Jock looked at Mona, then at Kirk. "This ain't about us anymore. It's about who's pulling the strings. If you thought reality TV was all glitz and scripted drama, think again. This scandal between Kirk Frost and young Jock just pulled back the curtain on a world far messier than we ever imagined. Fights caught on camera, leaked footage, hidden agendas, and a mystery figure manipulating it all from the shadows. This isn't just entertainment. It's a full-blown unraveling of secrets, years in the making. But we want to know what you think. Was Kirk wrong for plotting behind the scenes? Did Jock go too far? And who do you believe is really behind the chaos? Stevie J, Benzino, or someone even deeper in the game? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and tell us whose side you're on. Are they both victims of a bigger plan, or just two egos finally crashing? And don't forget, this is far from over. Hit that like button if you're just as shocked as we are, and smash that subscribe so you don't miss the next twist in this wild saga. Because in the world of reality TV, the cameras may stop rolling, but the drama never ends. Stay tuned, because the next leak might be even more explosive.